Mama and Peach Talk Show.
Yes.
Today we have another episode that is coming on today, and make sure you put your thinking cap on. Get ready to tell me what it is. Somebody out there want to listen and hear what you will say. And I got my own critical analysis that I'm going to make.
Okay.
I said all the time that every action there is a reaction. So now we got the action, now we want the reaction. You bring your reaction to the situation and let's
Yep.
see what's gonna happen. Let's see. Then somebody there will come and say, oh yeah, this is the way it should be. And somebody will say, oh, okay, now I can understand. I won't have to do that anymore. Or even if I'm thinking of that, I will never do it. So are you ready, critical people, so we can do this?
Yes, I'm
But I will
ready.
first tell you that you saw Mama rapping today. Sweet Peach told you that I missed the talk show. This is what I was doing. I was rapping. But now here I am. So
Yes.
we're gonna talk about that.
Mama,
Mama love to rap. All the sweet Mama and Peach followers, they love me. They love me for who I am. That's it. Okay. Now, here's the episode.
all right.
This guy, this older man,
Mm-hmm.
he went and married a younger girl. He married this girl, and the girl he couldn't pregnant the girl. She couldn't have kids. They stayed together for the longest. They said 5 years, according to the story. 5 years together,
Yes.
no pregnancy. She couldn't get pregnant. Nobody know why. They went to the doctor. He can't pregnant her.
Mm-hmm.
So what the old man did, because he had money, was a rich man and married to this younger girl. So what he did, he went, the two of them sat down, he planned with his wife to go and get a younger man.
Mm-hmm.
They met a poor guy because they didn't want no rich man, because he didn't want anybody taking his wife from him. He loved his wife. So he went and got this the young guy,
Yes.
handsome guy, but poor. So they called the guy and they talked with him. He said, I want you to sleep with my wife
Hey.
so she can get pregnant. And when she get pregnant, I'm going to pay you this amount of money, then you go. The guy said, okay. So
Mm-hmm.
he gave them a place, and a date and a time to sleep with her. Luckily for them, she got pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
She got pregnant and born him a nice bouncing baby boy. He was so happy. He was happy, and this girl was happy. They both of them happy home. But what happened here, for little frustration to come in the home, is that the girl kept going back to this boy.
Oh, Lord.
The girl kept going back, the wife kept going back to this boy, the poor boy, to do this thing over and over. And she got pregnant again the second time. So when the husband saw the pregnancy, he asked her, why? Who gave you the pregnancy? He said, the same guy you brought, I went back to him and now he gave it to me again. He said that was not a plan. Who told you to go back to him? Why are you going back to him? It was for you to get pregnant, and you already got pregnant and will get a child. Why are you going back to him? So this is a confusion in the home. Y'all tell me, who is wrong here? Did they go wrong? What happened here? Who really did this thing? Y'all tell me. If it was you, what will you do? If you are a man on this line, tell me, whether you ever went wrong or you will go wrong again. If you are a woman, was it okay for you to accept the man, the decision your husband made, and then continue going back to the guy? What went wrong? Please, critical thinkers, I want to hear from you. Thank you.
Well, I'm going to tell you first, Mama, that may be a possibility that they didn't talk it true. Talk it true meaning that when the husband said, okay, we'll get this younger guy, pay him so that he can get you pregnant, whatever. Maybe he did not put the stipulations on there that said this is going to be the only time, or you're only going to do this until she becomes pregnant. Once she becomes pregnant, that is it. Maybe that stipulation was not put out there, so she felt like it was okay to continue. Because he never said, We're just doing this just for this time.
But don't you think that if it was so, let's say she think that nothing else was attached to it, was it still okay for her to go back to this boy? And she, you know, she's young, and this guy is poor, but he's young also.
Yes, I
Was
understand that, but he
it the
shouldn't.
attachment? Was it during the first time that she got involved
Mama,
with everything
are you
and she
listening?
can't do it?
Mama, but her husband is older. You just said her husband is older, right?
Yeah,
The guy
yeah.
is younger. Obviously, he's performing better than her husband. So because he's
Was it okay
performing
for her
better,
to keep going back?
no, but maybe the husband did not say that you cannot go back. Maybe that was not said in the
Why
beginning.
the
They didn't
husband
talk
will
it.
have to tell her you cannot go back? What are you talking about?
They didn't
The
talk it
husband will
true.
not. No. Why would the husband say, "Oh, this time is over now"? The plan was for her to get pregnant. She got pregnant. He doesn't have to come back to tell her, "Oh, don't go back there, don't go back there, don't go back there." He might. I don't think the man was
Mhm.
even thinking that the wife would ever go back there.
You hear what you just said? He was thinking that she would never go back, but that's what I'm saying. They
Yes.
didn't talk it true. But Phyllis said something here, and I want to read what Phyllis said. Phyllis
Mm-hmm.
said the husband had no right to introduce them together. Remember, he's an old man, and the coffee is sweeter with the younger guy. That's what I'm talking
Okay,
about.
okay, okay. Now you see, so he made his own plan.
Right?
He put his own plan together and now cook his
Mhm.
own food. Now he's afraid to eat it.
That's my point. Yeah, they did not talk this through, meaning, okay, we're going to get a younger man, you're going to
But
get
why didn't
pregnant, we'll
she
have a
tell the
baby.
old man that she want to try again for a second child?
Maybe,
Why? Because if he
Mama,
allowed the first,
how do we know? How do we know that she was planning on another child? Maybe that was an accident. Maybe she just wanted to get more of the sweetness, but she ended up getting pregnant.
because yeah, but she knew that she went there the first time, and the purpose was for her to get pregnant. So
Mhm.
if she go there the second time, why wouldn't she get pregnant?
Only
She
God
will get
knows.
pregnant, obviously. She will get pregnant.
It was her husband's fault. He's blaming her for his own mistake, meaning he introduced this whole thing. He wanted to please her, right? He wanted to please her so
He
that she
wanted to
can have a
please himself
baby.
because he wanted a child. He was not pleasing her. You think that man was making that girl to go sleep with another man to please
For
himself?
a baby, to get a child.
He wanted a baby. He wanted a child.
So now we
Do you think?
got two. Now we're going to have two. What's the problem?
Yeah, but he's upset. Why is she going back there? Keep going back to the guy. The question is, why is she still going back to the guy?
She
Now
just
he's upset.
she just has to be honest, Mama. She just had, okay,
But she was
Natalie said,
honest. She was honest. She said,
uh-huh.
he asked, how did you get pregnant? He said, she said, I went back to the guy
And did he ask her why?
for her to get pregnant. What else? He's saying,
So,
why did you go there? Why did you go there?
so that's what I'm saying,
Your
Mama.
phone is shaking a lot, sweet
I know
peach.
because I'm holding it. So,
Okay.
I didn't bring, I don't have my ring light.
Okay.
So that's my whole point, Mama. The
Mhm.
communication was the problem. Communication was the problem right there.
Communication in the past.
Mama, communication meaning she did not tell her husband she want to go back a second time to get another baby.
But you just told me that the husband, the one that you have told her that don't go back over there anymore.
Right.
Why
So
didn't you
that's
tell
part of
her?
communication. That's part of communication, meaning that they did not talk this thing through properly. They did not communicate with each other on the rules of this situation. Rules. You're not supposed to go back with this guy after this first time. They didn't communicate that. So that's why she ended up back in the sack with that man. Because if he had communicated that with her, would she still have gone into it knowing that it could cause her marriage to end?
You think so? You think that it was not the good time that she had with the guy? Because she didn't just go in the room. I don't think so. Just go in the room to go sleep with this guy. They had all a good time together. There was something very vital about this relationship that the husband lay off for himself, against himself. This is a young woman. You brought a
Yeah.
young man, but you took advantage of him because he's poor. because you got money.
Right.
And the girl is young. And what the girl want is what the young man had.
But
But another thing again that she want, which is money, the young man don't have. The old man have the money, and young man had the cassava. So between the money and the cassava, if you came and introduce her to that, well, that's the cup of tea for you.
that's what
You brought
I
her
was
into
just
that.
going to say. It's really not her fault. He's the one that introduced it.
Yeah, he's the one that introduced it. But the only thing she did to me, why did she go back? We're all telling him.
She probably couldn't resist, Mama. I'm not a rocket scientist. She probably couldn't resist. It was
Who
so
is this
good.
one?
The man, Sugar Cane, the younger man,
And you
Mama.
think that's
She,
what she wanted so much,
of
or she wanted the
course.
child? Do you think she was looking for a child?
Because we don't know, right? We don't know how many times she went back. Maybe she didn't go back one time that caused her to get pregnant right away. Maybe she did it a couple times that led up to the second pregnancy.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Well, let me read somebody out there.
Let me read some
Because I'm going to
more.
come back.
Let me read some more. So Natalie said the husband shouldn't have introduced another man, full stop. Nowadays, there's IVF, so he could have taken his wife to the hospital. That is true. Barbara
Yes,
Davis said
I agree with
both.
you.
Barbara Davis said both were wrong. The husband brought infidelity into the marriage and
Mhm.
caused the wife to connect with another man because a soul tie was formed. Therefore, she desired the younger man because they had connected at once. That's why he should not go outside the marriage.
I agree with you, dear. I agree with you. That's a good point you put out there, Phyllis. And
Mhm.
Natalie too put a good point out there.
Yes,
You
exactly. I
see.
agree.
So the thing here is he's now not happy, raging at this girl
Hmm.
because the girl went back to the man and that was not the plan.
Why didn't he go the route of not what Natalie is saying? Because no man would have needed to sleep with his wife if he went that route. That means that he
Because he
wanted his
was
wife to
desperate
have,
for a child. Because he was desperate.
but he could
That's
have
what I'm telling
got a
you.
child
He
in
was
that form
desperate for
too.
a child. But I think the plan was that she should go, the man sleep with her, get her pregnant, and never to go back. I don't think he thought of her ever going back to go there again.
Mama, you know what I'm thinking about this man? Because truly, now that Natalie made that statement, that's a very good statement. When they have all of these other options, no other man had to sleep with your wife. You could have done it the other route. I think that maybe what he got a thrill out of was bringing this younger man. He probably even watched them while they were doing it
I don't
the
think
first,
so.
the first time.
That old man wouldn't do that. He would pass out. That old man would die. You kidding me?
Mama, why is he going to die when he agreed to it? Why is he going to die?
Yeah, because some people can take that. No way. It's not easy for an old man. Maybe a younger man could do that, but not an old man could do that. To sit down in the room. Ah, she said, you kidding me, sweet peach? Are you
Mama,
kidding me, sweet peach?
we don't know. The old man could be sitting there and just like,
Oh no, I mean, the pressure will go up high. That old man gonna die. You kidding me? That girl gonna go to the hospital and they're gonna ice. What happened to him? What you gonna say?
uh,
What happened to him? What you gonna say? What are you
I mean,
gonna say? He
that's a
was in the
risk.
room.
That's a risk that he would have been taking. Okay, so you want to tell me that they made arrangements of the day and time and whatever. You want to tell me that he allowed his wife to go by herself to sleep with this man?
And
He,
maybe they took the water and everything. But probably
but,
because they
but
married.
remember, that's my point. Think about it, right? On that
Yes.
first initial contact with his wife, he don't know if they did it once, if they did it twice, if they did it three
Maybe when
times.
she came home, I saw how
Oh,
many times
Jesus.
he did it.
Oh,
Because it's a plan. This is a plan. Maybe he gave the guy
okay.
warning. Said just do this one time. And that doesn't mean if they go there, they're gonna do it one time. Because you know he's an older man and he want to make sure because he want a child and he's a rich man. So it was bad to me for him to have introduced that to that younger girl, but
Right.
because he wanted a child, he was
Yeah.
desperate for a child. Probably he didn't want
My
people
God.
to know that he came pregnant his wife, and he wanted to cover up.
Yeah. Well, let's hear some more people. So
Okay.
Phyllis Davis said, Mama, the husband needed help and he's getting a full time. He's getting more than he bargained for, Mama. Now he wants
I
to
like
blame the woman.
that.
Now he
He needed
wants to
help.
blame the woman.
He needed help. And I think he drinking all his liquor in his house, sitting in his bar, drinking all his liquor, and thinking
Um,
about all the things that took place. And each time he look at the girl, he's upset. Each time he
but
look at his wife,
but you know
he's mad.
what? You know why he probably shouldn't get that upset? Because she could have probably went with a lot of other men, a lot of other guys that she could have probably went and slept with behind his back to have a good time. But she chose to go back with a man that you initially introduced into your marriage.
Mm.
It's his fault, Mama. It is his fault, truly, meaning that, yes, she shouldn't have went back and got him pregnant a second time, but
Why you
possibility
think,
that,
okay, answer this
yeah.
question. Why you think she went back? Because the deal was for her to get pregnant to born
What
a
do you know
child.
why she did that, Mama? Why would a woman go back and do that nice, good, sweetness thing again when her husband can't perform? Why would she do it? To have a good time.
Because the husband have already introduced her to that.
What else would she go back for? He ain't got no money. The man, this is the man that was broke, right? That
Yeah.
they paid because they figured that he could use the money, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Why is she gonna go back for her? Because he suddenly became rich? Why?
I don't know. I don't
That's
know.
that's my whole point, Mama. Meaning that she went back to have a good time. And that's what I'm saying, that when she went back that second time, maybe she wasn't expecting to go and get
Why
pregnant.
you think the guy couldn't just, I mean, because the deal was already there for him to go with her to have her pregnant. Why did he accept her back? Because that was
He
not a
was,
deal. Don't
because
you think
maybe,
he's responsible too?
Mama, maybe that was on the man's mind. He was thinking about that time that he spent with that woman. It was probably on his mind. I'm just saying.
Okay, now I come back again with another question.
Jesus.
Do you think it is her that went back to the man, or it's the man that came back to her? Who you think,
Hmm.
critically thinking, who you
Hmm.
think actually went back to their friend? Who went back? Who really enjoyed this time
Mm-hmm.
and went back
Who went
to
back?
reconnect,
Wow.
for this
I
reconnection? Who?
believe that she reached back out to that man because that man in his logical mind knows that she already got a husband that got money that could probably harm him if he wanted to for sleeping with his wife. So I think that she's the one who reached out and she probably said, don't worry, my husband won't find out. Don't worry. I believe it was her because she tasted that sugar cane and she probably was just sleeping and thinking about this while she laying right there with her husband. I'm
So she
just
went back
saying.
because she had the money. Do you think that she went back with money again to give this guy money?
Possibility. If the man was poor and he had nothing and they were doing this and helping him out money wise and he's helping them out, of course she's going to introduce money the second time. You know?
So do you think if she went and introduced money the second time,
Yeah.
that made a guy to think that maybe the father husband is aware? Do you
Oh,
think she could say, "Oh,
goodness.
I'm back. My husband told me to come back for the second time, so you can do it, so that we can get a second baby"?
And even if she didn't tell me that, and her husband approached me and said, bro, you know, like I thought we had an agreement. You're going to get my wife pregnant and go your way with your money. He could say, well, your wife came back to me and told me that you know about this second time. He could defend himself by saying that and put the blame on the wife. You never
Hmm.
know. But let's read some more
Yeah,
comments.
yes,
Let's read some.
more people.
Um, So Natalie said the wife went back to the other man. Maybe he's so good. That's why. Yes. Phyllis said, Mama, satisfaction is guaranteed with a young man. Cassava sweeter on the other side. Yeah, yeah.
I hear you, Vanessa. Vanessa, you're not even talking for, we're not even talking for the guy. Come on. You know,
No,
this guy
so
is old and you're not even talking for him. I know what he did to himself, but what could he do? Maybe the place they are living, the country they are living
yeah.
in, don't have the kind of experimental things to use in order for the girl to get pregnant. But he would have sent her here in America.
Well, he got money, Mama. It doesn't matter. Even if there was a nearby city, town, someplace nearby, he's got money. They could have traveled even if it was 2 hours away or
Yes,
whatever.
yes, they could
That's not
travel.
an excuse.
Yes.
The question that I have is,
Mhm.
what would even introduce it to begin with? You got money, the
Because he
woman
wanted
married
a
you.
child.
You see, so he's to blame then. He allowed another man to come and sleep with his wife to get her pregnant instead of going to do it another route. So he's at fault, Mama.
Yes, the first one he was at fault, but the second time who is at fault because he never told her to go back. He's not upset for the first time. He's upset for the second time. Why did she
Mama,
go back?
if I was her, I would say to him, truly, I would tell him, well, you remember the other night when you fell asleep and you woke up? I told you I want to get another baby. And you said, that's fine, honey. That's
Oh,
fine. So that's
that's why the
fine,
guy
honey.
gonna get upset. The guy gonna get upset.
That's fine,
He gonna,
honey. So when you said it was fine, I assume that you understood the assignment, meaning I want to get another baby. The only way for me to get another baby is to go sleep with a man again.
no. You see, but the thing here, if
Yeah,
she knew that he wanted a second baby, I
right.
think it was her duty to go back to the man and say, "Can we get, can we go back to the guy again, or look for
Mm.
another guy?" So maybe he will say, "Okay, let's go to the same guy."
Mm-hmm.
I, I think if she had gone back to the old man was going to bring another man, not the same old
Oh,
man.
Lord. Then that would have been worse. Because now you got all these different type of men coming sleeping with your wife. Don't you think she's going to run off with one of them? God forbid that one of them sweeten her so much that she can't
No,
even
but
stay with you no more.
but do you think he was going to call for a different man if she had asked him
He would
to
be
say, "I
crazy,
want a
man.
second baby"?
He would be
Do you
crazy
think he was
to go
going to
with another
call for
man.
another man or the same man?
Oh, God. Mama, maybe he would call for a different man because he didn't want her to get too attached to the other man's cassava. Because you know how men are already.
Don't
He
you
would
think
be
if she
thinking,
was okay with that other the first man,
yeah.
and he said, "Let's find another man"? Don't you think she was going to tell him, say, "Look, let's stick with that same man"?
And he might probably have said, I don't want you to get too used to that. He might say something like that. So maybe you want to introduce her to something else that's different. Oh, God, this is terrible.
But then the children are going to have two different fathers. And he doesn't want the children to have two different fathers. But he wants to be known as the father. Because this is a secret thing. He wants the people to know that he have two kids. So he does not need two different fathers to bring those children back. So if you either keep the child alone,
Yeah,
or if you want a second child, then it has to be the same guy.
right. True.
Because you don't want to scatter up the DNA. You don't want to mess up with the children. Because the other men will have different character, different background, and the other men have a different background. You don't know who you're going to bring in the family. He
That's
already made a mess. But the only thing is, if to me, if she had gone to him and said, "I want a second child," I don't think he was going to agree. I don't think he was
you
going to
don't
agree.
think he was going to agree?
No, I don't think he was going to agree for a
Okay,
second child.
okay. He may be one of those men that want to also please his wife. You
But
know?
you don't know what he went through for that 1 month going to wife going to sleep with another man to get pregnant. You don't know what he went through, the torture he went through. just because he couldn't pregnant his wife. He went through torture.
It's not the woman's fault,
So now you're going to
unfortunately.
be thinking, oh, she went to the business center, she went to the office, she didn't come back on time. Oh, she went to this place, she didn't come back. She said she was going to do her hair, so that's a place. So many things will start running in this man's mind. Now, I see why she said she was taking the child to the hospital. She said she was going to do this, so that this guy she been going to. So that's why he's so much outraged.
Yeah.
He's not happy.
Well,
But he caused his own dilemma.
yes,
To
he
me,
did.
he caused his own dilemma. But also, if I think about it, he desperately needed a child. Desperate people can do so many things.
You are right. It's,
Desperate people can do so many
yeah.
things. Let me read from the other people.
Yep. Arlene said, why, Mama? She enjoyed the guy, so she went back. Yes, she went back. Uh, Natalie said, Mama, maybe the younger cassava is better than the husband, so that's why she went back. Carlene also said,
You
the
never
husband
know.
should have
You never
taken,
know.
yeah.
You
Carlene
never
said
know.
the husband should
No,
have
but
taken her
I
to
said that's the
fertility.
fight.
Yeah.
Because if he was okay, he wouldn't have told her to go to that route. So that means he's not doing well. He's not okay.
Why marrying? Why is he marrying women to torture himself then? That's the question
No,
there.
maybe he was okay. Everything was working
Okay.
good. He never knew.
I see what you're saying now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in the beginning it was okay, right?
Everything was good in the beginning, and later on things went bad.
Yeah.
And no baby coming, nothing on the kind. He tried his best, nothing coming. So he said, let's do it this way. Because everybody see an older man marry a younger girl,
Mhm.
and she's not getting pregnant. That's a red flag. People will start talking.
Right.
So that's why he said, you know what? I want to show the people that I'm okay.
Yeah.
Let's do it this way. He wanted to show the people that he can do it too.
Yeah.
So that when they see this young get pregnant, especially the African man, so they say, yeah, he's strong. But not knowing they ask somebody else to do his work.
Right. Hmm.
Let me read from the other people.
Carlene said the husband should have taken her to a fertility clinic. Exactly. Because that way he wouldn't have to worry about her interacting with no man's cassava, and now she can't get enough of it. And so Natalie also said, Mama, maybe that's what he enjoyed. Me and the husband, maybe he enjoyed watching them. You never know, right?
So maybe you did, but then the second time, why is he upset if he enjoy watching them? Why would he be upset the second time? Because the second time he doesn't know that you were there.
The wife probably had too much fun. She probably was licking her fingers after. I don't know. But Philip said she went back for that. For that she lacked. I'm sorry. She went back for that she lacked with her husband. They both made that arrangement. Mama, I'm just saying that he probably saw how happy his wife was. Maybe after she slept with this man, oh, she felt like a brand new woman. And he's probably just looking at her sideways. I mean, there could have been so many things that probably caused him to feel upset now after the fact. Now she went back with the same man, pregnant again. That's probably why he's upset, because he know how much she enjoyed it the first time. Even though the deal probably was that it wasn't supposed to be enjoyment for her. It was just supposed to be that
What?
this man is just to try
Say
to get
that
you
again?
pregnant. Yes?
It wasn't supposed to be what?
The husband probably told her, don't look at it that way. Don't look at it as you're having fun with this man. This is just to get pregnant, to have a baby. I'm just saying.
But everybody, he doesn't have her feelings. He doesn't have her feelings. She has her own feelings.
That's why I say, Mama, the woman has so much fun that he couldn't take it. She was like a brand new person. And that probably had him upset. That's
No,
probably
he's not upset. He upset why she went back.
why she went back. Right, that's what I mean. He's upset that
And then that
she went
caused her to
back.
get pregnant
She's
again.
pregnant again. Wow.
So they both children, they both kids for this guy.
Mhm. So Phyllis said no, she did not. She didn't went back with money. She went back for self gratification. She didn't go back with
Wow.
no money. She just had such a good time, Mama. It was just so amazing. She wanted to do it again, and she wanted to have another baby. I'm sure. I mean, only God knows. Who knows? She might end up with that man too. She might end up with that same guy.
And she ended with that same guy. You think, and she will leave a rich husband for this guy?
Well, by the time she done, she probably gonna stack some of the money away, Mama. Only God knows. She's probably gonna stack some of that money. Let me see here. Hey, I understand, Teresa. So you see, Phyllis said, "Mama, money talk, BS walk." Um, Margaret said the cassava was sweeter. I agree. Margaret Williams said that. I agree. Exactly. She was lacking. She was already lacking from him. So now she probably went back for that cassava, probably even more than one time after that, Mama. But the husband probably didn't know.
Hmm.
So,
Because the husband only got to know when he saw her with the pregnancy
right.
for the second time. And he was shocked.
She could have probably said, well, I don't know what happened. It probably came from you.
So you want to tell me that the guy opened the way for him to do this? Please, that guy was not going to believe it. They were going to do
Yeah.
DNA.
Yeah. But Phyllis Davis said he was only thinking of the child. He wasn't thinking of the consequences after the first action.
Yes, I agree with you.
Hey, who
I
said
wasn't
that?
thinking of the consequences that were going to come. And that's what hit him so bad.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That
That hit him so bad.
poor
But I don't
guy.
think it was a good thing. But it's tough to talk. This thing is so tough to talk about because he was rich. Probably he wanted someone to inherit his riches. He doesn't
Yeah.
have kids. He's old, and he could take any risks,
Hmm.
just to make sure that
Mhm.
whatever he worked for to have an inheritance,
Right.
leave his inheritance with someone. So maybe that caused him to do that. But
Uh, now you got two. Two's better than one, Mama. Two is
two
better
better than
than
one.
one.
I
He
feel
shot.
bad for
He
him.
should talk it true. She just tell him exactly the reason why she went back without telling him. If he accepts it, now they have to communicate and talk about this, that she can no longer go and see this man anymore. The question is, will she be able to stop? Will she be able to stop is the question.
Now, but so now that the question is, I don't think if she can go back for the second time, I don't think she's going to stop. Except the guy reject her. And this guy is not going to reject her because she got money.
And he's having a good time too.
He's having a good time. And you know,
Poor guy. The only way I could see the guy stopping is if her husband goes and confront the guy. Because of that
and
second
so,
time, if her husband goes and confront him and say, look, this was only supposed to be a one-time thing, blah, blah, blah. But he's going to also say, but your wife came to me. I didn't go to your wife.
hmm,
And the man might be man enough to say, okay, I understand that my wife came to you, but from now on, you don't come around, you don't get involved no more.
do you think you have the right to take this guy to court?
No, 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 no. Only if, only if they signed some sort of contract that said that he was only doing this as a first time and that was going to be it. No expectations after, no more calling for money or any other thing that he can ask from them. But truly, if the wife went back to him and she didn't give him money the second time, there's nothing to take to court. It was the wife that did it.
You think it was the guy was supposed to tell, even if the wife went back, do you think he was supposed to tell the wife, say, I want to see your husband before we do that again?
No.
You think you are ever going to do that?
No, Mama. The man's probably thinking with his head in the bottom. No. He
Mm.
probably got a call from that woman
So
saying, hey, I
what
want
you
to see
so
you.
what you think that the man should do? Leave his wife now, or just accept the two children?
I think that he should accept it and they should have a talk and come to a place where of communications where this will never happen again. If the wife says, well, I don't know if I can promise that, then he got a problem.
Supposed to accept the two children and talk with his wife, except instead of getting angry with his wife, because he started it, he brought a plan into the family.
Yeah,
So what he wanted was children, was a child, and you got children.
yeah,
Do you think it's a blessing for him?
it is. He got 2 kids now instead of one.
Do you think those children belong to him?
If I think they belong to him,
Yes.
I mean, no, they belong to the other man, but I'm sure if they sign papers, he can legally adopt them to be his own. I'm sure that that's the plan.
He don't want nobody to know that he's not the one that yeah, that he does not want nobody to know that he's not the one that pregnanted her.
That's
He does not want
sure.
nobody to know,
But
so he can take him to court.
if he files papers to legally adopt those children, nobody has to know that. That's their business. In house. Hello,
So
CC.
suppose the guy come back to
Good
clean,
evening.
the guy later on, the wife
But
gave a
no,
lot of
no,
money to him.
to that. When they already paid him up front for the first one, they probably didn't just give him money. They probably had some sort of document written out for that purpose.
But
Good
suppose
evening,
the
Mama
wife keep
Masa.
going to him, and now he want to show yes, and now he want to show that yes, I mean, the kids are mine.
Then I
Or
would
maybe
say
because
then
of the
the
children, that's
husband,
why he keep coming after or
then,
going to the
then the
wife.
husband has right to take him to court at that point. If they wrote up paperwork for the first child, saying that he
Hmm.
cannot claim no rights to the child, such and such, then they have rights to take him to court. The husband has the right to take it to court because he's breaking the agreement that they made in the beginning.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear it from this young woman.
Good evening, Mama Masa. How are you? Good evening,
I'm
sweetheart.
all right, sweetheart.
Oh,
I'm all right.
yeah, you dropped in late. How are you doing? You okay?
Oh
His
yeah, I
mama
went
was
to
rapping.
dance.
Where did
Mama
you
was
go?
busy.
I went to rap. Go on the page, you will see the video. I told her it was my day to rap.
Mama was out and she
Uh,
decided to stay out there rapping.
I know, right? This
Yeah,
rapping, this rapping prophetess.
I
Okay,
know
okay,
it.
I'm telling
okay.
you.
The rapping
God is
prophetess.
good. God is good. That's it.
Okay. All right. We'll all learn that song and we'll sing it for you one day.
Right?
Okay. That would be good. Send for me, sweetheart.
Yes.
Send for me.
I think she's gonna leave. Oh, you want me to sing for you this night? Okay, let me sing for you.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I know.
But sing about the story, CC, meaning she's going to leave the guy. She's going to leave the guy. She's going to leave the husband.
Okay. Let, let me see. Let me see how I can go.
The guy made his own play choking. His own play choke himself,
Yes,
Sissy.
I know, I know. But I wanna sing. She's a woman of God.
Yes.
Hallelujah. She's a
Hallelujah.
woman of God. She's blessed. She's blessed. She's blessed. She's a woman of God.
Hallelujah.
Masakuruma. She's a woman of God.
Oh, yes.
She's a
Hallelujah.
woman of God. Masakuruma. She's blessed. She's blessed. She's blessed. She's
Yes.
blessed. She's a woman of God.
Amen. Oh,
God.
Masakuruma.
thank
Hallelujah.
you. Thank you, Lord. Thank you.
I think that other lady is gonna leave the husband.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yes. It's very clear. That's why she went for the second time.
She's going to leave him for some good cassava, right?
No, she's gonna leave him for the third baby.
You think you're
Oh,
gonna get a third
Jesus.
baby?
Yeah,
Oh
because
my goodness.
God have mercy, Cece.
yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Because it's a clique. Each time he
Hmm.
touches her, she gets pregnant. That
But is
means
she going to leave him to go get another baby? Or is she leaving him because the thing is good?
she's gonna leave her husband and go with that guy because she's gonna have a family with that guy. She's gonna
Mm.
hand over all of these children to that guy because most women, at least most women, have morals. And she's gonna look at it and think, why should I come and give this guy when this other guy, I'm
Hmm.
having a good time with him and we can make good babies together?
Mm.
That's the only thing she's gonna look at. And don't forget, those babies are going to grow and they
Yeah.
will start talking and they will start playing, they will start running around. And forever, most of the time, you think about it, even if you're divorced, whenever you look at your child,
Hmm.
chances are, especially when they're young between the age of 0 to 5, when they're toddlers,
Yeah.
most of the time you think about, I don't know about you, but me, I think about the moment of conception. That's how much love I have for the children. And that's how much love she had for that man. So
Mm.
much so that she relaxed. You know, to be pregnant is hard, eh?
Yeah,
For,
true.
for those things to swim until they get there and actually conceive, it's a long journey. And it
Yeah.
actually happened. That means that when she was having coitus with that man, she was so relaxed.
Mm.
She was so content that it happened. And she
Yeah.
went for the second time. It happened again. And she's going to see that as a sign.
Mm.
She's going to
I tell you.
forever be grateful for this, for her husband, but
Yeah.
she's unfortunately going to leave him because she wants a happy home for her 3 children. That's what I think.
You think she should wait for him to die because he's already old before she go, or what's going on here?
No,
I think
Because she's going
no.
to carry him to a heart attack and die
Oh,
before
God.
time.
I think she's gonna
Jesus.
be I think she's gonna be bold enough to share this relationship.
Mm.
I have
I
seen
mean,
it before. I saw it in the Netherlands. I saw
Mm.
it. Yes. I saw it in the Netherlands. And the old man just died and the kid is 10. But the kid knows that that's not my father. Of
Yeah.
course, when you look at the kid's color, you know that this kid doesn't belong to that white man. But the white man enjoyed the life with the kid and the wife, but also with that other man always around, hanging around, because the
Mm.
child, that woman said that the child had to know who the actual father is. So I'm afraid those 3 children are going to be come into a harm, because I believe there's going to be number 3, because anytime he will touch her again, she's going to melt like a butter.
My God. Oh, Lord. The poor man.
oh
Poor
God,
I
man.
oh
envy
God,
Look,
oh God.
I envy that lady. She was having so much fun. Let me go to my husband. Good night, people.
thank you, Cece.
Good night, Sissy.
Good
Thank
night.
you. Thank you for your
Thank you.
info. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Uh, I don't know what to tell her, Mama, but I agree with Cece that, eventually she's going to leave her husband. Yes.
Why she gonna leave him?
To go with the other man, Mama. It's not only
But,
about another child. The cassava is pulling her too.
yeah, but in
It's,
life, she living with this man. She got everything. She got everything. And you won't think that despite she had everything, but he talked with her, let's do it this way because I don't want nobody to know. Let's do it this way. And then she went back the second time. I don't think it was good what she did.
right.
I know the man did wrong by, connecting her, putting her like that on infidelity. But they both agreed to do that.
Yeah.
But she shouldn't have gone back the second time. If she wanted to go back for the second time, she should have told the man, say, can we do one more? And it wouldn't have been any confusion in her house. But if you know you did it like that now and he upset, you have to calm down. This man is already old. You gave him hard time. They both children for one father. So now he's going to be thinking that if I die, this man going to take my wife and the children.
Exactly. But he should be happy for that, meaning that if he dies, why would you want your wife to be alone? Who's the next best person to fit in is the kid's father, the biological father. That shouldn't be a problem for him.
But no man want to know that he's going to die, who his wife going to be with. No man want that. You kidding me?
But he already introduced the man into the marriage, into the relationship by having him sleep with his wife already. So, I mean, he shouldn't be worried about who she's going to have if he died. But should we sit here and say that he shouldn't be happy or whatever, or thinking about it if he dies, if she's going to go with that man? Even if she says no, nobody knows what will happen later.
So the frustration is beating up. So what should he do now? What should this man do?
That's how I said
Because
what has happened.
The wife is already pregnant. The wife
Accept
is
what
already
has
pregnant.
happened.
He's upset. What should he do? Should he keep his wife and the children?
Yes. He should just accept what has happened and leave it alone, and they talk about it, communicate that this should never happen again. Otherwise, that is it.
And he's going to block his wife from going or anywhere. Not to leave the house without him. Because anytime she leave the house, he will be thinking that she's going to this guy. So even to go to the supermarket, he have to take her to the supermarket.
Be up to her if she wants to agree with that. That would be up to her, truly. It will be her choice if she wants to agree with that. Oh, Lord, my phone is hot. Yeah. What can I say, Mama? He is the one who introduced it all. Now he is upset with her. I mean, and he got right to be, because it was not a discussion. They did not communicate that she wanted to go and get pregnant a second time. I said maybe that was not the plan. Maybe she wasn't setting out to go get pregnant. Maybe she was just going to have a good time without telling him, right? And maybe she got pregnant.
Well, I hear the others okay, and they up and go. Because I see some critical people already say, what is it?
One moment.
Because I already want to know. You said I say he should just leave it as that, accept the kids, accept the two children, accept his wife, and then just find a way to see if he can shut the guy away from there. Not to kill him, not to do nothing to him, but everywhere your wife go now, then your two go.
Just gotta communicate.
Because he won't trust her. He won't trust her with this guy.
Yeah. So Peggy Senior said, lady is fertility blessed. She will walk on off with the younger man who's giving her the hulala. Many babies are coming and she's utilizing her fertility.
I'm telling you. And he called for that. He called for that. So he's the one that made a mistake. And now he's crying for his own mistake. So the only thing I think he shouldn't have done it that way too. No man should do that.
No case on this one, Stacey. There's no case on it. That's why I can't understand why it's even getting hot. But I touch it. I think I was checking something at the top and I touch it.
Okay.
So let me read this last comment here. Peggy said, women want romance and not fromance. So until he starts screwing the relationship in the home, jumping from chandelier to chandelier, she will leave hubby for lobby. She's not disrespecting hubby. It doesn't matter what he does now. She's off into the sunset with lobby. Sweeter on the other side of love. Mama, he opened up a can of worm, and now he
Yes,
must deal with the
yes.
consequences
He
of the
opened it up.
results.
He opened it up.
Having
That's so
more
true.
and more babies.
Oh my God,
So
that baby party. So
if
you're
he
gonna
doesn't
have baby
want,
party.
if he doesn't want any more babies, then he should end the marriage because she's probably going to keep going back to that man over and over. Because it's sweeter, so
Woo.
partly it's sweeter on the other side for her, and he's the one that introduced it, unfortunately. Yep.
So what you
So
planning to do to stop this?
what is he going to do to stop it? But the woman's already pregnant. What is there to stop? She's already pregnant with a second baby. It's either that he accepts it or he calls it quit with the marriage or he divorces her. But I believe he's going to accept it because he's going to take some responsibility to and say that he's the one who introduced this man into their marriage and home to begin with.
I agree with you.
So that's why I'm saying that he should accept it, talk to the wife, and just say, you know what, is this something you plan on keep on doing? Or we come to a conclusion that you're not going to do this no more and we can move on from here. I'll forgive you. But if you plan on doing this over and over again with this guy, then you might as well go with the guy.
I agree with you.
Yep.
Mm.
All right, Mama. Any last words or any last things you want to
I
say on
just
this
want to
one?
say no one should do that. Infidelity is a complete no.
And
Infidelity is no into a marriage.
yeah.
For he who the head of the marriage introduced this to his wife, a young wife, he
Mm-hmm.
made her to do what she was not supposed to do. Now
Exactly.
he planned his own seed, cook his own food, and that's why he's eating now. Now he
Yep.
upset the outcome of what he planned, the outcome of what he put together. So I just encourage men, whether you old, find another means for your wife, to get pregnant
Exactly.
instead of introducing your marriage to another man because he's poor. He poor, but he might have something that is not poor.
Right. Exactly. He might be rich on the bottom, poor in the
Okay,
pocket,
okay.
poor in the
So
pocket, but rich on the bottom, Mama.
vision bottom.
Sorry. Yeah,
So
exactly.
because he's rich over there, now he's disturbing the rich man
Mm-hmm.
because of what he had. He don't have the money, but he have something else.
Yeah. Natalie said, I've been in this situation. I'm sure a lot of women have been, in similar situations like this. And maybe possibility, maybe we'll get to hear more about this, Mama. Maybe we'll get to hear more about the decision that he actually took. Did he walk away from this marriage or did she walk away? Maybe we'll get to hear
If
more
he
about it.
walk away,
Yeah.
that would be so bad on his part. If he walk away, that would be bad. Because this is a
It's
young
just,
woman. He's old.
yeah.
He's
And
old
if
and
he, if he
he
did,
planned it. He planned it.
if there's no prenup or nothing like that, even if he walks away, he gonna have to pay her some sort of money. So she's not gonna be leaving there with nothing, you know. Alrighty. Natalie said not to get pregnant by my ex narcissist.
Mm, 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 mm,
Jesus.
mm, mm.
Hey, all right,
Not a woman
ladies.
that.
Well,
Not a woman.
let us end this live here, and hopefully, if we hear more about this, we can do another series on it. If we can follow
Yes,
it and
we can
see
come
how
back
it
again.
goes. Yep.
So other
Yep.
people got something to say. We can come back again.
Yeah.
We can do a part two on it again.
Exactly.
Maybe
All
when.
righty.
Hmm.
Pardon?
Maybe when Friday.
Well, we got to read more, and we got to read up. We got to see more about what's going on it. Then maybe
Okay.
on Friday, yeah, if we get more
Yes.
information.
And we can come back
All
and
righty.
see. Okay.
All right, my
Thank you so
people.
much.
Well, thank you all for joining in today and participating. And sorry, didn't get to read all of your comments, but I will go back and check out some of them because unfortunately I couldn't go back all the way on this other phone, but I'll check out some of those other ones. Thank you all so very much for joining in the Sweet Mama and Peach Talk Show today. And good night to everyone, or good morning to some people. Bye bye.
Bye.